So this video is for our Memphis Dry Rub. Now first I've got a sheet of spare ribs. As you can tell, the difference from the other videos for the baby backs, you can see this comes down to a point at this side. You also see that most of the knuckles have been taken off just to give it a bit more even. Now what we're going to do is exactly the same as we've done on the other videos. Is we're going to get the membrane up. Now what you'll probably find in the course of everything is that some are easier to get up and some are not. This definitely has the look of not wanting to shift. It really doesn't want to shift. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to do this and come back to you. So we're back to the spare ribs, the dry rub. Now again, you don't want too much fat on there, because the difference between the Memphis style dry ribs and what you'd normally barbecue in America is the technique. These are not a long slow cook, they are a hot and fast. So ideal if you're doing your baby backs as well, because these will be done a lot faster, is you sprinkle the dry rub on. Now the difference between the dry rub and the pig rub is mainly down to the amount of salt content. Different herbs and spices, more cuminy, celery, and a lot less sugar. Now the lack of sugar is very important on this, because like I say, we're cooking this hard and fast at a very high temperature rather than the 225 Fahrenheit, which is 105 centigrade. We're going to cook this closer towards the 300 Fahrenheit mark. So hot and fast, and you don't want sugar based rub, because simply that will just burn and it'll be absolutely horrible and charred. The other advantage of this rub is that you don't need to leave it to soak on very long. Pretty much as soon as you have your rub on and it's created a nice little bit of a bark there, almost, you're good to go onto the barbecue. Okay, so this is just making the mop for the dry ribs. It's not overly complicated. It's 1 cup of distilled white vinegar, which you can pick up at most supermarkets. It's just very light. You don't have the heaviness of malt of white wine or red wine. You've got a tablespoon of salt, and also a tablespoon of the dry rub. Just mix it together and that's it. Now what you're going to use this for is for basting over the ribs as they cook. Okay, so we're just putting our dry ribs on. So they're going to be done the first, and then I'm going to put the other ribs on. So I'm just going to show you this is how you apply the mop. Just all over, and then again cover it straight back up. So these are our dry ribs. I've taken them out after about an hour to 2 hours, depends how well you like doing. Now I prefer to flip them over so I can just see in between the ribs. Now, remember these are different to the baby back, and different again from the ribs that you'd normally get that'll be coming off the bone. These are meant to be a bit more chewy, but still quite juicy. They're a good thing to do on the barbecue, especially if you're doing other ribs, because they're going to be ready a lot sooner. And you can see we've got a little bit of our smoke ring there, and if you can just see it there, the ribs are still quite juicy but a bit more chewy to eat, and that is the Memphis Dry Ribs. Thank you.